All children are heterogeneous, not homogeneous. Children will enter my future classroom from different and diverse races and ethnic groups with various religions and beliefs. There will be children with different genders or from dynamic families with different socio-economic statuses. Some children will have varying abilities and some may have disability. Irrespective of these differences, children should always have the right to a socially just education with equitable opportunities. Children should always feel like they can succeed. Children should always feel included, valued and celebrated as diverse individuals. As a future teacher, I will take this as my utmost responsibility to ensure that these essential rights are met. I will be an educator who is a positive role model, who caters to individual strengths, who cares and respects students, and who uses education as a means of changing society. I agree with Sir Ken Robinson in proclaiming that education is the key to the future. Education is the key to future change in society. We, as teachers, must teach for change. We must eliminate all mythical norms and stereotypes surrounding social and cultural diversity at both a personal and classroom level. We must advocate for a change in beliefs and behaviours to allow for social justice in schools. I will do this by ensuring that every text that enters my classroom is transformative. I will model inclusiveness in all aspects of my pedagogy. Robertson furthermore expresses that a narrow education may have met the needs of the past, it will not meet the needs of the future. A society's values, beliefs and priorities will permeate the life and work of schools. Carter G. Woodson expresses, but can you expect teachers to revolutionise the social order for the good of the community? I believe that when starting at the roots of society, thus starting with the children, social justice is achievable. Woodson further expresses, indeed, we must expect this very thing. As a teacher, I will reject the idea of functionalism and consistently strive to break recurring social patterns, expectations, and traditional ideologies. I will constantly reflect upon the meanings that I am creating, ensuring that they are socially and culturally inclusive. I will be a role model for my students, leading by example with positive and inclusive attitudes. I will be a teacher who celebrates my students, not just regardless of their differences, but also for their differences. I will teach to recognise that each student has something positive to contribute that can in turn add value to not only the classroom, but additionally to everyone as individuals. As a future teacher, I will enforce the awareness of individual strength, valuing each of my students for their individuality. As Howard Gardner once said, for those with strengths in the logical and linguistic domains, school often provides appropriate and rich educational experiences, but schools have an equal duty to help those students with other kinds of strengths, to recognise and develop them. Following 1.2 of the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers, I will recognise different ways of learning, as well as different mediums, catering for my future students' needs. Ken Robinson once articulated, there are really two types of people, academic and non-academic, and the consequences of that is that many brilliant people think they are not, because they've been judged against this particular view. These people have been judged for their weaknesses, rather than their strengths. If individual strengths are recognised and encouraged by myself as a teacher, then all students would be allowed to feel included, valued and celebrated. I will be a teacher who explores my students' interests and hobbies. I will take on Nell Noddings' idea of caring, incorporating it into traditional subjects, allowing my students to feel accepted, loved and cared for. My classroom will be a safe place where children can feel free to express wonder and curiosity. I will encourage my students by example to show respect towards teachers, students and most importantly themselves. Nell Noddings suggests that children will work hard for the people they love, trust and furthermore respect. By ensuring that my future students are cared for, a feeling of value can be fostered in the classroom. Throughout this presentation, I have exhibited my personal education philosophy developed through examining the philosophies of others. I believe that I can be a teacher who contributes to changing society through education in a way that everyone is included, valued and celebrated, regardless of diverse socio-cultural factors. I trust that I will be a role model for my students, exhibiting inclusive and celebratory behaviours towards diversity. I will be a teacher who values all students for their strengths, incorporating these into my pedagogy. I will foster feelings of caring, acceptance and respect in my classroom. And most importantly, I will lead an equitable classroom, ensuring that all students, regardless of differences, are afforded equal opportunities for learning, achievement